the money scares. We went to Mississippi though, they seem to act like, oh, all this money is just gonna, it's gonna take a while, but it'll just come.
It ain't happening, Josh.
Yeah.
Commissioner Lockie has a viewing to attend. He wanted y'all to know.
All right.
Which commissioner?
Hey, Willie, why don't you just let Scotty sit there or something? He got
Oh, Scotty, why don't you come to this table and we'll.
well, we want the community won't be able to see you at that table. But
Sure.
There's a mic on. I was about to say there's already a mic right there.
I would come help you, but Jim called me a fat boy, so I ain't going back in there.
Hey, don't take offense now. They're just offering.
Yeah, take one of them that, I don't know.
You look like you're at the Senate committee hearings.
Yeah.
Getting it that good.
I'll grab you.
Daniel, is this your drawer?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
we're going ahead and open this to the public. So whenever y'all are ready to go, y'all just go ahead and proceed.
Okay, we are live.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do we have a handout or anything?
It's in your binders.
In your
In
binder?
the front
That's
pocket.
right. Oh, in the front pocket?
Well,
No.
it's not?
It isn't mine. It don't have holes in it. It ain't bad.
Hold it up for me.
It must have got
Oh,
put in
okay.
there, but after we
Yeah, it
picked
is,
up
I
our,
guess.
yeah, we picked up ours.
They were in there.
Huh.
I don't know.
Okay. We call to order the special meeting for June the 9th. Scotty, take it away.
Good morning, board members. We're here because we've had a rash of failures with the John Deere motor graders being older, and after conducting the research and to meet the immediate need we have at the road department caused by the failing and aged John Deere's, we were presenting two items for the board to review today. One of them is the review and approval of proposed issuing a bid specification to purchase 5 new motor graders. The other one is there's a equipment list attached of surplus equipment that's been floating around since I got here. And it'd be for y'all to deem that surplus and for us to be able to send it to auction.
What page are you on?
The last page,
I'm
The list.
last two pages.
the
of
one
this.
that's got the, right here. And then, the back of it is the equipment list back here.
Okay.
But the road and bridge department currently has 4 motor graders that are out of service due to major maintenance issues. There's a 5th motor grader that's just been taken out of service to another major problem. Is that correct? Still repairs. And it's currently in the shop being diagnosed and determined the problem. Each of these motor graders were purchased in 2010, have approximately 10,000 hours of service to the state. The county has spent $197,890 on repairs, with most of the maintenance costs, most of the repair costs over the last 5 years. There was very little repair costs in the first 5 years, and most of those were abuse or something we done because they were covered under the warranty. So that $197,000 is what's been spent in the last 5 years. In an effort to mitigate the hefty purchase price as well as extensive maintenance costs, we would like for the board to consider pricing received from Caterpillar and John Deere to replace the aged and malfunctioning motor graders with new. And here it says leased, but at the time we had to send this in, we've got some other information. The lease stuff isn't quite as good, so it may be better for us to purchase once we receive the pricing. But we request a proposal for the cost for the leasing, and cost per person motor grader outright by due to changes in weight and equipment riding leases. Well, yeah. But anyway, we would like to have the board allow us to write a bid spec and go out to bid and receive pricing for 5 new motor graders. Right now,
To buy.
well,
To
I'll let Anthony
compare,
speak more. Well,
maybe to
Well,
compare.
yeah, we'll compare, but what, from the numbers we're seeing right now, the leases, the way they're writing them is, you can more or less buy them for the same, at the end, same price.
Attractive as it was 3 years ago when we looked at that program, due to the market. Probably average 65 to 70% increase in the lease payment.
How about the purchase price differential in
The
that?
purchase price is roughly about,
They went up about 20%.
it's not that
What-
significant. But it depends on what time, too, you have to compare the same machine, so if you do a Chromebook CS versus on
Scott, move that microphone over over, that's good, probably.
You hear me now?
I don't know, but I wanted to make sure they could hear you.
On the public's ones that we
Yeah,
got.
we can hear you.
Can the public hear me?
Yeah, if you get
They all
those-
said yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a couple of questions.
So,
Okay, are you through? You through?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
I mean, yeah.
just a couple of questions. Also, I spoke to Robert because I was thinking, I spoke to you also about this, about the price difference in this, I guess they call it 4-wheel drive or 4 assist, I call it 6-wheel drive. The 6-wheel drive per district is 4 of them, correct? There are 4 6 wheels in our inventory.
Are all the John Deere's that
Yeah, the older
were
one.
that time.
Yeah, it was, so there's still 4 of them, that run around $10,000.
2010, 2013, were the 6, front wheel assist purchased.
Between 2010 and what?
4 of them were purchased 2010 and 2 of them purchased 2013.
Okay, but all the tractors both have 13 hours on them? I mean, 10,000 hours?
They, a good average is about 11,000 hours. between all six.
What was the cat that we bought, Anthony, Scott, you went here? The one that we got for, 248,000, it's the one that had like 50,
Yeah, that was
100
just
some
like
hours
a
on it.
demo,
Yeah,
something that
demo.
was left over Mr. Greenberg.
yeah. Now, is that the regular one or is that the 6-wheel drive?
It's a 6-wheel drive.
That is,
as
so
well.
we have 5 of them then.
Well, we actually have 7 counting that one, but obviously they're not all operational.
Right.
We have
One cat. No, that was a
And one John
2015.
Deere running, as we said.
Was that a 2015 cat? Because I think we
I
purchased.
believe it is.
Yeah, 2015. And the reason I'm saying that is that you made a point in our last discussion, Scotty, I think it was publicly, that, a small Dozier could eliminate some of the need for a 6-wheel drive. And I just speak for my district, 'cause I know there's some districts that may want that 6.
Some districts that we need to cover, but as far as all across the board, I don't think we do.
The cost was significant. One of them was close to $400K. I understand the other one's in the 270s.
Yeah, front wheel assist, these are just budget numbers. Front wheel assist cat is, 312,000. And then it matches the bid spec of the previous.
Okay.
motor grader. And the Deere is around 277,000. Those are
6-wheel,
budget numbers.
that's 6-wheel.
Those are 6-wheel, correct.
So what's the regular one's cost on cat?
243 for the, 4-wheel, not the regular one.
For which one, cat or not?
The cat, the Tandem is,
243?
283 for the cat, 2-wheel drive or whatever.
Oh, wait, say it again. I had a cat down at 243,
It's 283, the Deere is 241.
241.
What's the difference?
Well,
I didn't-
6-wheel drive or not?
The only difference between those two machines
Cost.
is, well, on the Deere, it is about $30,000 and the cat is,
42.
yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty different.
Were you about to comment about the mechanical differences also?
The only difference between these two is obviously the manufacturer, and one has front wheel assist and the other does not. Everything else is spec'd out identical on the two machines.
Because I know last time when we were speaking, when we did the presentation, the John Deere had the old levers. Cat's got the 2 joysticks. But John Deere did mention that they were evolving into the joystick
Correct.
control.
Now,
They're all joystick.
now John Deere and Cat both offer steering wheel. John Deere has a steering wheel and joysticks. Caterpillar has the option of strictly joysticks or steering wheel and mechanical levers, like the 140H, which was
The old ones they used
the most sought after. They basically went back to the most sought after grader that was ever purchased by any customer from Caterpillar was the 140. So they're using that to open that market back up.
So what is the need of a six-wheel drive? Pull ditches or be a bulldozer or what?
Ever in, if you got some wet area where they do get, two-wheel drive do get stuff, but the other districts I haven't had a real big issue. But out of there, where I'm at.
Wet areas.
I got a lot of wet areas.
But,
Oh, yeah, they don't put them things in the ditches at all.
well, I can do it with either one. I mean, but,
So you're saying it's more the skill level versus?
well, sometimes it is, but then, if you're out there by yourself, all the way up there, and you get somebody got to come pull you out, it's your benefit to have it,
They will, in some of my areas, it looks dry and down you go.
Well, the six-wheel spread margins on the six-wheel drive versus
It's not.
that's not much. I mean,
It's not a big cost. It sounds like.
I thought we spoke originally, the cost analysis was a lot different on the lease.
The original
Of the
price
lease.
we got, there was a bigger gap.
Yeah, there's a huge
You know,
gap.
and these budget numbers are coming off the state contract.
I don't need
The
to
reason-
Robert told me no.
That's why we feel like if we go out to bid, our prices will come in better. But we could go out to bid for X number of six wheel and X number, I feel that we, probably 2 six-wheel drives and then 3 of the regular
So you're needing 5?
5. And, we're gonna sell 6 at, auction.
So it looks like the margins are changing dramatically on the pricing for cost analysis for repairs, dramatically increase after the 60 months. So that's what we need to be scheduling something, even if we purchase them.
Whatever we do, it needs to be within 10 at the end of year 5, that we're gonna get rid of them and replace them. Because our maintenance costs are gonna increase and the value of it's gonna go from $120,000 to $130,000 machine at the auction to a $40,000.
Plus,
What's the six-wheel drive got a better resale? I mean, surely it should, but
A little bit at auction.
What you're gonna look at, if you wanna know some real general numbers, is if you do that rotation in 5 years, your machine, on just a six-wheel drive, is gonna be somewhere probably around worth $100,000 to $140,000. Where when we went past from 5 years to 10 years, on this example, we inquired, like one here has a repair cost of $81,000, and we're not even probably gonna get 50 or 60,000 for it at the auction, not to mention the cost of the machine. So it's very, very, very relevant that we make that rotation at 5 years to recoup that money back. And to keep it under that strategic warranty program that we built in the first program.
Some of the rough numbers I ran before I came, if we buy a motor grader or lease it and sell it off and do it at 5 years, more or less, with the reduction of maintenance costs and the resale value, the motor grader is going to cost you around $130,000. If you're gonna recoup the other money by saving the maintenance costs at 5 years and all that.
what was our plan the last time we, bought motor graders? I thought we was gonna change them out.
I was here and I've heard a lot of
Do you
stories.
remember?
Well, Danielle's.
Danielle got,
So we got FEMA money last time from the flood,
we bought,
2004 flood, and all of our equipment was wore out, so we bought them. It's hard to come up with $280,000 in motor graders. So
right,
you got some, with all the needs in road and bridge over the years, buying all the other equipment. It's not easy to come up with that kind of cash to get a new one. So I guess my question is, we are gonna bid it both ways, we can look at a lease and and a lease purchase. That way we know what our best option is.
And that, then let people that understand it, just like y'all, you know, look at that closer.
Right,
Because what we've just done is just been about trying to
I will point out the 197 that he said we spent in 5 years. Yeah, that's a lot of money, but it's still cheaper than buying 5 new motor graders. You gotta think about that too. I mean, that money that we spent in maintaining all 5 for 10 years.
You got more sitting out there.
Well, we gotta make sure we do our math right too, because
Right.
that 197 was strictly repairs. That was not maintenance, and that was not abuse. Or, I'm sorry, that's not wear item.
Yeah, but
So-
you gotta factor in, you're gonna maintain.
That's why we took that.
That's why we took that
That's
out.
why we took it
That's
out.
a wash.
That's a wash. That's why we
But
took it
here's
out.
the thing, those four sitting out there has a Band-Aid repair on it, so they could just be sent sold. So, if we would have done the real repair on it, how long before you have another $30,000 or $40,000 repair?
I think, you know, the end of life, 10 years, probably the end of life, on these motor graders. Something else to look at when we're doing the lease purchase, you know, basically they're financing that for you. So we need to factor in what the rate is, because you guys might get money
2%.
than what they're leasing, you know, what the lease interest rate is. And that's something else to take heed of when you're doing it. If we can borrow money at 2%, and we factor out what the lease purchase is at 6%, we'd be silly not to borrow money.
Especially that kind of number.
But you also have to think about what they're doing in maintenance and all of that under a lease that they may not do if we buy them straight out.
And I guess, I guess in
What I was
the,
saying is, as long as we stay under the same, bid spec, whether we purchase or we lease, we will carry that same 5-year, 7,500-hour bumper-to-bumper warranty, not covering abuse,
Oh,
and
yeah.
not covering wear items. I know that was a big discrepancy on the street.
but also we got to think that we got this big, huge, potential payment coming. When's the choice we got to make on the 10 we got, 2 years? So we took, yeah, 'cause we took possession of them in, 17? Cause we ordered them in August of 16, if I remember right, 'cause Kenny was here, right?
We've not set any money aside.
That's what I'm saying, that's
to
what,
buy those.
right, that's
You're
what,
gonna have to come up with that purchase price out of the air.
yeah, that's what I'm saying,
So I
that's,
think the
that's,
intent was always to roll it over to.
oh, absolutely, that's what I'm saying, but we gotta have money for that. And you're right, and that's,
We knew when we set that up that the lease option of the pricing could obviously change.
Right.
So now we're 3 years into it and it's substantially changed.
yeah.
But we can't predict the future either, so it might go down, it might go up.
Nah,
The lease of what they're telling me is basically what the market's doing. What they're projecting, they're gonna be able to make their money back on the backside of that grader. So,
Well, it's always in the house's favor, I assure you,
Sure.
I mean, it's gotta be, so,
The whole thing is, that they'll, you know,
ATM.
the lease that I would have right now, they want $132,000 at the end of it for us to buy. Well, when you run the numbers, you finance at 5%, same way, it's only like a $948 difference between financing at 5% or leasing it and buying it at the end. And if we're gonna sell them to 5 years, in final, you know, the only benefit we got is if we can get it at 0 interest, or if we can pay cash for it to get the finance charge out of it.
Something special?
Okay, you mentioned abuse. Is that a often occurrence that you find?
Not since I've been here, I mean, it's drastically reduced, there was some over time, but with the motor grader, I can't speak to before I was here, but it drastically has reduced it a little bit.
Okay.
You know, when I first got here, there were still some people that didn't believe that I took the pen to the paper.
So I'm sure there's some things you can do to mitigate some of that, right?
And that's one thing we tried to do, is, you know, if Anthony finds something, I mean, he sent pictures in my office.
there's no abuse that hasn't been documented, I'll tell you that.
Okay. Okay. So you see a drastic reduction in that, huh?
Right.
Okay.
It falls down to accountability. Once you hold people accountable, the problem seems to go away. When there was no accountability, the problem seemed to multiply. But now it's getting a lot better.
So Scotty, your proposal that you're bringing for the board is 5 graders. Is there gonna be a dozer in there to compensate the difference? So what I'm saying is,
I
because
put that
I just,
into the budget for coming up here.
okay, so you're not gonna include this in this package then?
Well,
I mean, because we got,
we need a dozer, but I mean, like I didn't wanna, you know, we were going into the budget, so I put it in there, you know. Yeah, I mean, I need a dozer every day, but I just figure, right now I need graders. You know,
When would these graders be available?
Approximately 90 days.
90 days?
Well, but, yeah, once the board makes the decision on that, then they'll put in a request, and you'll get a more accurate number. But that's what we put in the bid spec on the previous 10, was the 90 days. So that seems to be the industry standard, but that's not nothing set in
yeah, because
Oh.
we
stone.
didn't receive them till March of the next year.
Sorry.
We didn't receive those graders till March of the next year.
Right, it wasn't approved to
It's
actually,
October, right?
yeah, there were some little barriers in there.
You know, 90 to 120 days.
Yeah, yes.
But in the meantime, we can fill those voids, you know, by working overtime, pulling the grader on Fridays or wherever, or, you know, having the other people come in to fill it, to, you know, I mean, obviously we got to. But that ain't gonna be a long-term fix because I thought I'd have a lot more interest in overtime than I did. You know, without going to mentor every time, I didn't get a hold, they didn't line up.
So you need authorization to do the,
To go out for bid.
yeah, I make that motion there, and I still have some questions. I'll make that motion.
Okay.
I'll second it.
Okay. Motion by Commissioner Hill, second by Peacock.
So you're
whichever
putting
one.
out for a purchase and a lease purchase. You're gonna get both, right?
For 2 all-wheel drive and 3.
I definitely need 2 in my district with steering
3
wheels.
tandem and 2 front wheel assist.
Yeah, so you want 3 of the front wheel?
No, 2.
Oh,
In
what?
his district.
My district.
I don't know, I mean, what,
I like that 2, I feel like,
Yeah.
you know, it'll be fine.
Well, Mr. Chairman,
yes.
I want to say steering wheels also for District 1.
Yes, sir. And
So the board would like steering wheels in the bid spec this time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Put steering wheels in. A
I
lot
mean,
of these
your operator-
operators prefer it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
And,
I get with the
you get
operator.
joysticks too, in the John Deere, and that's, I mean, just speaking here, John Deere probably won't come in lower, they just always do on motor graders. They come in with steering wheel and joystick.
Well, then they can do whichever one they want.
That would be great.
I
if
would
you
think
could
working,
put it in the
maybe.
other.
I would like to sit up there all day like this. I sit back here like this. You know, it's what you get used to. You know?
Yeah.
And it could become a availability thing too, because I mean, I don't know how available.
So if we ask I know this is dangerous, but if we ask the road graders what they think they need, I mean, we sitting up
I
there.
have.
Like, I mean, like, there's a couple of the older guys with the steering wheel, you know,
Well, what about the 2-wheel drive versus 3-wheel drive?
the ones that are.
4 and
under
6.
In District 5, they put the front wheel assist. You know, the other ones, you know,
Are they gonna use them?
oh yeah, they'll get them in District 5, you know, but
Yeah,
other.
do use it. I got roads that flood,
Really?
a lot of them.
Dang. I think we all do.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think the front wheel assist is definitely important, but I think also when you're looking at the factors, you got 5 motor graders that's down, and money might play into a little option, you know, to fine tune a little bit of operator skills, to not have that front wheel assist, to have those 5 graders running instead of 5 graders down.
If I get, that mine's stuck in the ditch, I don't even need it. I'm having to send somebody to pull him out.
Well, they're usually always dump trucks pretty close, aren't they? Y'all pull
Well, I
out.
heard that you made the comment about what they want. That's
well, I know, they can be dangerous, but, you know, I hear a lot of times, nobody asked us, and they're the ones out there doing the
I've
work,
talked
so.
to most of them, like I said, you know, talk to, I have no brother, which the way it goes. I mean, if we can get it with a steering wheel and it's cost effective, that's fine. You know, front wheel with assist, that's something.
Yeah, you can get either one now, it
I
doesn't matter.
don't care about them. I mean, they're not, some of them's not gonna be happy anyway.
Right, I mean, like I said, you can't please people, you know, like I said, we need the two front wheel assist. The other way, we'll see how it comes in, I mean, I don't know if it's any different steering wheel or not.
It is a little price difference.
But not, I don't think it is. We'll have the price.
Does anybody have any more questions? We got a motion and a second to, go out for bid with, and the options.
I just wanna make sure we got it clear, cause I'm gonna be the one writing the
The
bid.
4 and the 6, or what do you call them, 2 and 3?
So we're gonna do, one out the bid. Well, first, we're gonna change the bid spec to it must have a steering wheel across the board. The second will be a purchase of a, standard, you know, tandem drive, and then another motor grader with the front wheel assist. And then lease options on both, correct?
I think that's what.
Yeah, lease purchase.
So basically, in redneck terms, you want a price on a motor grader that's four-wheel drive and two-wheel drive with steering wheel. And then how much it costs to lease each one.
There you go,
All right, we got it.
Like that, we put it all in one bid spec with the options.
options. And then we'll be able to see what we can do.
Yeah, you just wanna remember when you see the bid spec, we obviously need to do a, you know, have something to sell after 5 years. Cause you definitely don't wanna run into a situation like, for instance, you buy a pickup truck that nobody wants. Same way with equipment. You want something that's gonna be sought after by the public. We get the benefit of those pricing up front, but we need to be able to have something to recoup at the end. So if we start stripping it down, ain't nobody gonna want it.
And that, you know, it's just like them ones sitting out there right now. They look like they're available to use, but if we put them on the road, it would take 2 or 3 days and they would not hold up for what we're doing.
Mr. Pickup,
Scotty, I haven't looked at the numbers, and in fact, I don't even see it here, all this other equipment. What do we anticipate receiving for that?
On the current list that's in there, which I looked at, we actually, as we were talking this morning here, the top 4 tractors were the brush cutter, and we had one approved to buy in last year, and we haven't bought.
let's hold on that.
We're not gonna sell the brush cutter.
Let's hold on that. Let's stay on with our motion in a second on, the leasing. I don't think that has anything to do with that, does it?
Well, no, go ahead and put it
Yeah,
out, but I do
well-
want to know.
Yeah, so, anything else on the motion and the second? Okay, all in favor, raise your right hand. All opposed, like sign. Motion carried, 4-0. Sorry, I just wanted to go ahead and get that out of the way.
Yeah, I just want to find out what we might get so we can apply that. to
Right,
Well,
Either the
like I said,
bulldozer or,
the
brush
list is
cutters.
in y'all's packet. And like I said, we decided that we could replace the tractor. There's nothing wrong with tractors and brush cutters wrong. So we're gonna not sell those and replace the cutters as we need. But we've determined since we've got some operators on them that aren't abusing them, that it wasn't the cutters as much as it was the operator. So the top 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4 is gonna come off. But initially, we've got an estimate from Fisher Brothers and Van Woods for this list at right at $580,000.
So if I did my math right, if we bought 3 of the cheaper, the 2-wheel drive, John Deere's at $241, and then, 3 of those, excuse me, and 2 of the Deere 6-wheel drive, we're at $1.3 million. You subtract the 8580, we're owing debt ratio, and that's a guaranteed buyout, right? That's guaranteed price. So we're looking at, we're around 710, 79.
That's not correct. Because we have to take away those 4.
We gotta take away, we gotta take away 4 tractors, so we gotta get that.
You're probably gonna be.
We're keeping the ones that we just replaced?
No, those are the brush cutters. So what we done was we brainstormed this morning. There's not necessarily nothing wrong with the actual tractor itself. We could just, the arm and the cutter itself is platform. Catch it all with fatigue. So you could, you know, we don't have any pricing on that yet. So
Okay.
we
We can't
obviously
deduct
gonna
that.
be a lot less than the $200,000 for a complete unit.
Complete tractor and brush cutter.
But I think the numbers were somewhere around probably like 15, 20 grand. They wasn't much.
They would only give us 15 or 20,000 apiece.
Don't quote me on that, but they wasn't much.
Well, if we just say 30,000.
Graders was like 40 or 50,000, so I'm sure that.
Yeah, I mean, if we say
Brush
500,000,
cutters wasn't much.
and like the 500,000, 8,000 is about right. I mean, and we'll get it updated probably by tomorrow when we send it back to them. 500,000, so you look at,
We're looking at a debt ratio of about 800,000.
But I think,
Clay, how long would that take to find out the interest rate? Daniel, where do we go out for that? We go out for RFP or QRAD, or do we have we use, what's
You have to get quotes.
right, what's the guy we use out of Tampa?
Jim
Gallahan,
Gallahan.
yeah, and because he got us at one time a 2% arm on that big note.
That was the
Was it?
Haven, was that it?
Yeah, I think that was refinancing of the bond.
Yeah.
The bond in
Yeah.
2014. So I think it was a 2-year arm, wasn't it, on that? I mean, a 2%, excuse me, not arm.
Less than 3. How
Less than
about
3,
that?
that's good.
And right now, rates are volatile. I mean, there's no telling.
Okay, so you say the equipment that we got, about 500,000?
about 500,000.
And the rest of the stuff is out there, old ambulances, I mean, just seeing,
Well,
everything else needs to go.
Well, all
Liquidate.
that stuff right there, if we sign with Richard Brothers, trying to work out a deal with them, they will list all that, even old chassis, on their website, Iron Planet, and sell it. It just has to remain here to itself, and people pick it up from here. But
At least we're trying to get rid of it.
There's several different options on there, but if I understand correctly, we still have to go out and bid on the surplus, correct?
You need this board to adopt your list.
We got-
Well, I'm talking about these people that are giving us guaranteed pricing, doesn't that have to be approved in a sealed bid? These are just general numbers.
I'm not sure. I know. I mean,
Well, we got the lady.
Well, that's exactly right, that's what I'm saying, they should have the opportunity for a sealed bid, to turn in.
Mason, I think.
Well, he wants to, but he don't. Right. But if we put it out to bid for a guaranteed price, then he, he, I mean, I understand why he does it, but,
So
but I mean, we can ride, I mean, I ride the bid taking it out.
when's the sale or,
The July one,
so
We better get to
if we gonna put, if we gotta put it out,
That's what happened previously, is we were gonna use that money, and then we kept prolonging it to where we were waiting on the next auction. So, we don't want that to happen, obviously, with 5 machines now.
I need to go ahead and write it. Y'all vote, just verify the bid, and
That's all we need.
I'll wait it out.
Yeah, it's just basically guaranteed price for that, to go out and say, give us a sealed bid.
Well, that gives us stabilization on our numbers. We know for a fact, when we do our numbers, there is a guaranteed check that goes to us, and
And then
we
when
know.
if it sells, when it gets to a certain thing, then we get 90 days.
These are the 2 big players in the game, they want that fair chance, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I have no problem with doing it, as long as they give that guaranteed bid.
and we also have to understand is, they don't pay us until the auction, so,
the quicker we move, the quicker we get our money.
yeah, if we wait and miss this one.
How long do we have, they usually last time, if they took them a couple of 3 weeks to transport all those graders up there and
That's what
stuff.
I'm saying, you gotta have time to get all this
We're already
ready for the auction.
Did they come get them or we gotta take?
Both of them include everything that's guaranteed number. Now, one of the, companies, I don't wanna call them by name, basically, once it reached a certain point, then you got an extra 90-10 split on it. That makes sense?
Yeah.
So if they guarantee you 500,000 and it come in at 600,000, we've made our money. After that, we're gonna split it 90-10, 90 to the county.
So that's just a guaranteed price. We get a bump up if it goes up.
Correct, if it goes back, that's bonus.
Okay, so we need a motion to go out to bid for the surplus equipment. Is that correct?
For the list.
Do we need to-
For the list that we have.
Items 1 through 4 need to be deleted.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll have to give you a
Maybe we-
plus sheet for what you want.
So let's just-
Now that we know what.
So as far as the list now, you just need the list as presented minus the first 4. So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion to accept the surplus list minus the first 4. By Commissioner Hill, second by Commissioner Peacock. Any discussion? Are we good on this motion? Okay, all in favor, raise your right hand. All opposed, like sign. Motion carried 4-0.
Chairman,
Yes.
I make a motion that we allow the road and bridge people to get these things to auction as soon as possible, the surplus.
He wants to bid it.
We just made,
Put it out for bid, whatever you got
we
to do
just
to get
did
rid
that
of.
motion.
We surplus.
Okay, I got you.
So
Good
what I'm
job.
saying now,
Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, we got a motion. Do I hear a second? Got a motion by Commissioner Peacock to go out for bid. Second by Commissioner Hill. All in favor, raise your right hand. All opposed, like sign. Okay.
So now do we need another one for the other
We
stuff
were
that's not
talking
on?
about-
You'll have a circle, everything, I don't care if it's a motor, even if they're a push mower out there, if they ain't been used,
I'm just.
liquidated.
We want to know about it, but we have people, they stop, you know.
We don't wanna be on an episode of Hoarders.
People that stop and I get ended up out there with, you know.
Well, we can fix it, so.
Maybe I should have said
So
this.
we'll put a pretty firm date on those, when those numbers need to come back from those 2 major auction companies. That way, we're gonna be shooting for that.
July, is it in July?
is,
I think that law is already, there's no way to bid it out.
Well, the
Nobody
next,
can afford to go
it's probably gonna be the fall.
They got a September auction.
September.
That's okay. What about that extra stuff? You said that they would,
Our stuff, at the next board meeting, we'll have a
Okay,
surplus
you
list
said-
and all those. And, that y'all vote.
It is.
we need to put some.
do y'all deal with Margaret on?
So maybe you're inquiring the way we done it in the past. The local auction company basically says, I want the whole package of fund. So in the past, what happened was that the big two auction companies, they got, the heavy iron, and then the local one felt like he had the leftovers. So he wants it all. So that's why he had the same opportunity to put a guaranteed pricing out there as well, but he didn't choose that option.
Does the board have, has the board ever set a policy, Land, that about surplus stuff, like, if you don't use it, what's the, I call it the ticker? If it's not being used, how long does the ticker have to run before it gets to say, it
Well, I
comes?
think that's part of the problem. I don't think there has been a policy or a system that I'm aware of.
Yeah, again, I think it needs to go through a field. We get, the board just cringed, I guess, with the Dozier being sold for $40,000, a D6 with 2,500 hours on it. The tracks on it was worth $40,000. And, so in lieu of that, if we, obviously buying stuff is crucial, making sure we don't buy stuff real new, which I don't have a problem with that, but moving forward, if we see there's an implement not being utilized, then we need to mark it. I don't know if you, Hobbs hours on whatever it is or whatever time mechanism y'all use, but we need to put in place something that says it's not being used, it's depreciating, sitting out wherever it's sitting at. Because whatever happened to the ditch thing we bought? Y'all remember that? Yes.
Yeah, that's a long
Being
story.
used.
No, that was 35,000.
Yeah, but
I
I
we
think the
bought the
cheapest thing that could be bought was bought just to spite
Oh.
us wanting to buy a ditch cleaner.
Yeah.
I said that out loud.
I said, you can do the same thing with a water truck, and, blow them out, and then that,
But we
that was.
wasn't doing it, and that was my thing. How could we run a road and bridge and we can't clean out a pipe? And they said, well, we just dig it up, beat it, that if it breaks, we put a new one in, and if not,
Right.
we put it back down and cover it back up. That was their clean out of the pipe. So they would drive by them and not mess with them until they had to, if somebody got there.
Yeah.
And we still need something to clean out
Oh,
a
yeah.
pipe.
Absolutely.
That was gonna go to, well, we need a vacuum sealer, what we need,
What now?
a vacuum.
A vacuum sealer. You better have a big tank, because we got a lot of them that need to be sucked out.
Like I said, most times it's just dirt.
Yeah.
You know, you might as well put that.
Oh, I know, but I mean, we do have a bunch.
But like I said, that machine, you know, really caused to go to auction, but they didn't have no.
We ain't using it.
They didn't.
Oh, they didn't have no interest in it?
Yeah, I was about to
They
mention
may
that,
put it with the other surplus.
no one has the interest. I was gonna say, why it's not being surplus then?
Well, that's what we're trying to get.
Hey, just put it
Well,
in the
they
back
don't
of
wanna
the truck
use it
that's going,
too.
and shut the tailgate, cause I think one went to Mason's that had reflectors, it had, so I had our $700 digital radio in it, it had a 1/2-inch steel cable, had a bunch of stuff, I got pictures of
Well, we
Mason's.
definitely, before anything leaves here,
Yeah.
GPS, I mean, all that stuff.
All that
will be
stuff's gonna be out.
obviously stored in
Yeah.
the guy.
That's good.
Okay. Did we have a? Okay. Anything else?
That's it. Thank you.
Let me, brush cutters. You said there's nothing wrong with the ones we got,
That's right.
you think, the tractors. And I'm getting more calls on brush than I am
Well,
roads.
that's the thing is, we have 4 brush cutters, and that's not enough.
No,
We have one that is in my capital outlay that was approved that I haven't bought. So, but there was, I can get the price and, you know, to buy that one I would like to, but then there was kind of talking and trying to put it in this coming up budget. So I did turn stuff in to put it in the upcoming budget. But I mean, yeah, I mean, we need more brush cutters.
I've got roads that hadn't been cut in I don't know how many years and
But I can put all
the
4
I know,
brush cutters.
in my
this
district and
probably-
still have problems.
It'd probably take me 2.5 months to try to get one district straightened out,
Oh, I agree.
because it's so far.
Have we considered chemical injections? I mean, I saw State Road 69 in Calhoun County, they
We
got
have to go out here and do that, you know, because of,
You gotta have some service.
you got to be certified, somebody knows what they're doing, somebody's licensed bonded, because if we go do it,
Every
It
property
does.
owner's going,
whoever sprays something and they call and say that we killed their field or done
Kill
killed
somebody's child, make a child,
you know, that's it. So,
I mean,
I
spray,
mean, it's not a bad idea, but some of ours are so grown out, some of it that.
Didn't y'all used to do
spray
it?
it.
you know,
it's just gonna burn.
we
It might not
tried that
burn back
on
to
an
the ditch.
experimental basis, it was a complete waste of
We
money.
find the money from Michael
No,
to get somebody to come here and get that back, so then you can try to manage it.
no, it didn't work. We did it once.
Well, that's another thing we
And
might do.
really, our chemicals really is only gonna work on grass and, small stuff like that with trees and stuff. Cause if you spray something on a tree and kill it back, you gotta kill the whole tree.
Yeah, and
That
that's
ain't
gonna
gonna
be a
happen.
problem. If it falls down, it's ours, but if it don't, it's theirs.
I would recommend you look at the brush cutter, got like 4 or 5 saw
Well, I
blades.
got sprayed, that's what I put in the budget this year, but I said
Here's a ratio that, I don't know if anybody's looked at or not, but obviously, you know, I see this stuff come in and out. You know, we got roughly 1,200 miles of dirt road in Jackson County, 17 motor graders. You have to cut both sides of the road, so you double that to 2,400 miles, and we only have 4 brush cutters.
Wasn't it?
and then brush
So I
cutter go a
think
lot
adding one or
slower.
two here and there is probably not gonna fix your problem. We need to just decide, we need to add probably another, we just need to double what we got.
We need, you know, I mean,
I'll take 4 in my district.
I bet you will.
I'm just saying it's, I don't know if it's necessarily per district would be a good idea, but if you start putting teams to where they can just run.
and that's, you know, that's, if you can have one on each side of the road where they can finish that whole road and keep going.
I've got some paved roads that the bushes are out on the white line. Paved roads.
That's what they make the Chevys for.
You mean the white line on the side of the
Yes,
road?
yes, yes.
But like I said, that, you know, the machines don't cut that, you know, and
And that's the other thing, is they run probably a 20th the speed of a motor grader with
Right.
twice as much coverage. So Since the beginning of the time, this should have been an issue, obviously.
It had, well, I know it's been one since I got here.
Well, we looked at that wheel excavator that's on that list. I think he was involved, it might have been Jason involved. Forgive me if I'm not sure. Putting a cutting head on the end of that wheel excavator. Yeah, because I think it's low pressure versus high pressure.
You don't have a high flow pump on that machine.
Yeah, so, but there, I was actually watching one night before last, I was talking to Robert about, there's a machine they got, I think it was in Kansas, it was soft, wood, but they had like a 10-foot head on it, right, it looked like a grounder head on the mulch machine. And they went to the top, I mean, he had a 30-plus foot reach on it, he just started at the top of the tree, just went straight down, all the way to the
That
stump.
worked great for a rigid,
Right,
but it doesn't work for a brush.
When you
so
start
I
kind of,
lay it sideways.
it pushes it back, it blows it back, where it goes.
When Jason was here, I done a test on it and it was not efficient.
So is there any machinery that we've ever looked at that's faster than what we got? I mean, also we're using medium-sized
I
equipment.
looked all over and the kicker to it is to get it cut back
To maintain it.
and then keep maintain it where it's just fresh growth and you're not trying to cut 3 or 4 inches, 6 inches.
Tell me what West Water did though, they just,
That's basically what it boils down to, is you need to get back to a good starting point and maintain. And then it goes back to the ratio of how many miles you got to deal with no reinforcements out of those deal with.
Whereas the mower cut 15 foot, the brush cutter
Cuts mine.
right, and the mower can run at 6 and 7 miles an hour. Well, the brush cutter runs at 2 miles, sometimes 7 still.
So the wheeled excavator we bought to clean ditches
We ain't doing nothing with it.
is on this list, really? And we have no use for it.
That thing's good.
how many hours on that?
Well, we were digging-
2,600?
Roughly.
We were digging ditches, FEMA, we used it.
The machine,
If the red arm, you in power line, if you
Yeah,
ain't,
'cause they got a knuckle instead of a telescope.
not like a great arm, and then it stays stuck.
the person that purchased that machine, did take a lot of factors, like our dirt road signs versus using this machine. This machine would be used for interstate work, cleaning ditches, not 20-foot wide dirt roads. You're just basically working like this all day long and smashing into the side of a dump truck. That's all we done, fix boards on dump trucks.
Scotty, could you say into the microphone for the public exactly what the board did today? I got a request for that.
They have, voted and approved for us to go out to bid, to receive pricing for the purchase and lease pricing for 5 new motor graders to replace current motor graders that are older. And they also have approved a list of surplus equipment for us to put out to bid to receive pricing from the auction company for the sale of the surplus equipment.
Is that right? That's what we got. Okay, do we have any other business?
Yeah.
Hearing none, this meeting's adjourned.